Hi, today's video review is one that I'm really happy to do, and it's for Run, Rose, Run by Dolly Parton and James Patterson. Now, I checked my Goodreads, and James Patterson is the author that I have read the most books by. I have read 94 of his books. 94. Whether he writes them alone, or with Michael Ledwidge, or in this case with Dolly Parton, I have read 94. And I love his work. I read the Women's Murder Club books, and who does he co-write those with? I just have to click one of them. He co-writes them with, oh yeah, Maxine Pietro. So Michael Ledwidge, Michael Pietro, and so many other co-writers. As a matter of fact, in one of the Facebook groups I'm in, somebody said that he had something like 20 books released last year. I don't remember the exact number, and I didn't research. I know I could probably go to a fiction database or something and find out exactly how many books he had published last year. But they're like, how can he do this? He's using ghostwriters. I'm not going to read him anymore because he's not writing his books. Well, the thing is, I think he is writing his books, but he's not just penning them sitting in his office, his desk, on his porch, whatever. Yes, he's using co-authors. But in using co-authors, he does, so I heard that what he does is he presents an outline of 50 or 60 pages, and he co-writes these books with other people and gets their name out there. In fact, because he co-writes books with Michael Ledwidge, I don't know why I'm on my other tablet. I just want to see. I just read a book by Ledwidge. I just want to see what book I just read. I don't know why the tablet is running slow. So, two books I read by Michael Ledwidge was Beach Wedding and Stop at Nothing. Stop at Nothing I read in 2020, but Beach Wedding I just read like a week ago, literally maybe 2 weeks ago. So if I hadn't been reading the books by James Patterson with his various co-authors, I would not have had the name Michael Ledwidge cemented in my brain. But there you have it. I also wanted to say, I'm a series fanatic. So I have read all of the Women's Murder Club series. I have read all of the James Patterson series. The James Patterson one, I just finished it last week. I'm just trying to figure out, I wish my settings would, I'm just trying to get, yes, I can get them in chronological order. Is it Fear? Yes, Fear No Evil. I read it in January. That's Alex Cross number 29. I just wanted to see when the last Alex Cross one came out. And I even read one of his Maximum Ride books, which is more for middle grade. I read the newest series, Maximum Ride, which was Hawk. And I read two of those, and I might even read more of that series, and I might go back and read the original Maximum Ride series. Then he started a new series called Two Sisters Detective Agency, and he co-wrote that with Candace Fox. I love that one. I'll be following that series. And I do this with other authors, like, for example, Catherine Coulter with her FBI series. She writes one by herself, which I'm up to date with that, but then she co-authors one with somebody, and I'm up to date with that. I read other long series. I read all of the Nora Roberts / J.D. Robb In Death books. As a matter of fact, I literally just 10 minutes ago, if I check my email at 12:27, so yeah, 10 minutes ago, I literally heard from the publicist for the next Nora Roberts books. So yeah, I'm definitely a series fanatic. But let's talk about the reason we're here. We're here today to talk about Run Rose Run. Now, I was going to read it anyway because it's a James Patterson book and I am a big James Patterson fan. But this book was co-authored by Dolly Parton. Now, I know they've been all over social media and talk shows and have interviews. I haven't seen a single one of them. Um, in fact, as of 2 weeks ago, I wasn't even watching television, but now I'm binge watching TV. So next time I do a little digging, maybe I will pull up a couple of their older interviews. But yeah, they're all over the airwaves promoting this book. I loved this book. I am going to give it 5 stars, and it was a great read. But here's the kicker. I want to go to Audible because I did something. I got this book as an audiobook ARC, which is an advanced reader copy, and uh, the publicist, I mentioned this in another video. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to bring up Audible. The publicist did write us a note, us reviewers a note, because she sent me 8 audiobook arcs. And she apologized. She felt really bad that it was a post-publication arc. And she said that they're really working hard for April's arcs to come out early. I can't see how that's going to happen because today's the 19th, but it doesn't matter. They're doing the best that they can, and I was able to get this book as a digital copy that I didn't have to pay for. But I wanted to go to Audible, okay, and I want to read something. Narrated, and the I got my copy, I think, was on Google Play, but it's the same copy. Narrated by Dolly Parton, Kelsey Ballerini, James Fooey, Kevin T. Collins, Peter Ganem, Louis Moreno, Sunila Nankani, Ronald Pete, Robert Petkoff, Ella Tureen, and Emily Wu Zeller. Yes, a full cast audio book. Full cast. I love that. And while I have my phone in my hand, I want to check Hoopla and let you all know who have library cards if you can get it via Hoopla. Nope, that's the soundtrack is on Hoopla, so we're just gonna run to Overdrive and check there. You can definitely get it on Audible. You can get it on Google Play. You can get it on Kobo. I think it's Kobo. But which I just want to see what your chances are getting it. Yes, you can get on a wait list because I'm sure that it's a long wait list, but your libraries do have it online. Okay, here you have it. See, wait list. So you can get this book in any iteration. I'm going to put an Amazon or Audible link in the description below. And if you want to click that link, a few pennies of that will go towards me so that it will be reflected back in my content for this channel. But I'm going to just go ahead and link it in case you don't want to wait for your library to get a copy. So with all that preamble, 8 minutes of preamble. What kind of book review is this? Well, it's one worth giving because I am a big fan. I'm also not just a big fan of James Patterson, but I'm a fan of Dolly Parton's. And I saw her in only one movie, and that was, I think, The Coat of Many Colors. I might have seen her in 2 movies, but I loved her in that. She's a dynamo, a little lady, so dynamic, so wonderful. Been married for, I think, 50 years, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, in with Hollywood, people don't stay married for long. And I just want to see. Yeah, she got married in 1966 to Carl Thomas Dean. And that's so impressive. That's just so impressive to me. 1966. I was born in 1960. So if I'm 61 years old, do the math. So I respect that lady. So what is Run Rose Run about? Well, it's about Anna Lee Keys, who wanted to be a famous country singer. Okay? The thing is, she came from nothing, and she came from a very, 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 very hard life. But she makes it to Nashville anyway, and she has talent. Well, she gets a mentor, and her mentor was a really, really big, big star. And but her mentor had stopped performing. But her mentor was Ruth Anna, and Ruth Anna Ryder, who is the if you're listening to the audiobook, Dolly Parton narrated Ruth Anna Ryder. Well, she took Annie Lee under her wing, and she guided her, and she was able to really inspire this young lady to follow her dreams. However, Annie Lee had a lot of issues, and she had a lot of baggage, and that baggage followed her to Nashville. And she had a very, very, very difficult journey. While on the one hand, she was trying to mold her singing career, she had something that, like I said, followed her. And this put a little bit air of mystery in this book, because it brought pain, I guess that's the word I'm reaching for, to Annie Lee, and it affected her chance for success. Meanwhile, she started to fall in love, but because of her past, that seemed unlikely to be something that could thrive. Well, really, really excellent, excellent, excellent story. A very, very solid book. I was grabbed right from the start. I'm a sucker for audiobooks, number one. And I'm a double sucker for full cast audiobooks. So then you factor in that I love James Patterson and I love Dolly Parton. So it's a win-win-win-win. James Patterson, Dolly Parton, audiobook, full cast. Then the story itself. Win-win-win-win-win-win. 5 wins. Okay, so you get 5 stars for this book. Really, really good. The ending was very, very dramatic. Very, very tense, very dramatic. But I loved it, and I'm very, very happy to be talking to you about this book. I should have did this review a few days ago, but actually when I read this book, I was not making video book reviews. But now that I am, how could I not do this book? So there you have it. Run, Rose, Run by James Patterson and Dolly Parton. I hope they co-author again. And if they do, guess who'll be first in line? So that's it for this review. I will be back with more. Bye-bye.